G'day guys, welcome back to Smash Your Supercoach podcast. In this one, I'm going to reasonably quickly go through the centre wings, just go through the main ones. So Valentine Holmes was the most expensive, or is the most expensive centre wing coming into this year, 784k. Moving from the Cowboys to the Dragons, probably expecting to go down a little bit this year. He's not one for me. Lomax 773k. Also moving clubs, moving from the Dragons, where Holmes is going to move. He's moved to the Parramatta Eels, where he's going to be going from obviously playing wing last year to playing centre. Most likely to still have goal kicking at the Eels, but not guaranteed it. So I expect with him playing centre, I'd probably expect him to regress a little bit. Herbie Farnworth, his average of 74 was kind of inflated a little bit by the round 26 game against the Broncos, where he got 170 odd. He's one of the best for the base when it comes to base stats, along with Jacob Kiraz. But I suppose I wouldn't knock back, or I wouldn't push back too much on taking Herbie. Kiraz, he apparently hasn't even trained all summer. He's got a back injury, so don't know when we'll see him. Otherwise, he would have been one of the best picks in the centre wing if he had been coming into play on the wing. He averaged 84 or something like that on the wing last year. Dane Gagai is one that kind of interests me a little bit. Averaging 71, had barely any attacking stats all last year. Brian To'o, he's even though he's not at the top of the list, he's still averaged 70 for the year, which is still pretty good. Ruben Garrix, the next one after him, he's averaged 69.5 in 2024. Even if you take out his HIA affected games, he would have averaged 79. So he's about 10 points in value. He's got about 10 points in value there. When you take that into account, Jermaine Asako is another one that interests me. 616k, he averaged 63. The first probably half to 2/3 of the year, he was averaging above 70. So he's one I'm real keen on. Dylan Lucas is probably a little bit more popular. He's expected to have the left edge role at the Knights, and he's dual centre wing 2RF. So if he has the 80-minute role there at the Knights, he could potentially be someone good to have in your centre wing. Connor Tracy's another one that I thought I'd mention. He's at 587k. He averaged 60 last year. He'll be playing fullback for Bulldogs. So he's dual centre wing fullback. He's probably at his top, probably pretty close to his top price. RTS, he's at 553k from averaging 56.5 for the year. But that was playing centre last year, so it looks like he'll be playing wing. So he'll be playing on the wings, so that more than likely he makes his the amount of points he gets from his runs go up. Cobbo, next on the list, he's 550k. He's being shifted from centre back out to the wing. So potentially a bit of an uptick for Cobbo. So next is Leah Tower from the Warriors. He was a real standout in the trials last week, or even in the past couple of weeks. He's been a real standout. He's at 513k, a similar price to Greg Marju. Greg Marju, I don't think he'll be any worse than last year. I'd expect at his worst he'd probably be about the same. And he averages a lot better with Bradman Best playing as well. So, yeah, he interests me because of that. Sam Stonestreet was someone I thought I'd mention in this. He looks like he'll end up being the guy that plays on whatever wing Sione Katoa usually plays on, seeing as now it was announced only today that he is expected to be out for 5 months after getting a shoulder reco. So it looks like Stonestreet will have that spot for the time being. So he averaged 65 in the handful of games that he played last year. So and he's like only priced at a 500, just over 500k. So yeah, I probably wouldn't go for him really. Just in my opinion, I wouldn't go for him anyway. Campbell Graham priced at 505k. Yeah, don't know how Souths are going to go now after losing Latrell Mitchell and Cam Murray. Yeah, so I don't know. But Campbell Graham could be a good pick if he comes out firing. Just probably wait and see. Isaac Tungo is someone I'm pretty keen on. He's at 501k after averaging 51 last year. But games where Nathan Cleary plays, he averages like 68. So that's kind of where that interests me. Gerald Skelton, 499k. But in games that he played, he averaged 63, which is pretty good considering. Well, then again, he was at the Bulldogs, wasn't he? But I'd expect he wouldn't be too much different to that. Even at the Tigers, who, hopefully they are better. If he doesn't score tries, though, he probably won't improve on that. And then I've got the McLean brothers from Penrith. Casey's at 443 and Jesse's at 234k. Casey's more of a centre, and Jesse's a specialist winger. So from what Ivan Cleary said after the first trial that they played, he said that Jesse was really good, and he said Casey was okay. So a lot of people are getting the idea that he's leaning towards Jesse before Casey, even though Casey came in instead of Jesse last year, and was really good, and then played for the Kiwis at the end of the year. I'd personally like to see Jesse get it, being that he's a specialist winger, coming in and playing in a vacant wing spot. Jackson Purdue, he's at 257k. Looks like he's going to be in one of the centre spots for the Cowboys this year. After Valentine Holmes leaving, looks like he's the favourite for that spot. Robert Toyer is next on the list. He's bottom dollar. Looks like he just about locked in for one of the centre spots at the Roosters. Yeah, I expect him to go pretty well. And the last couple of guys I'm going to mention is Ty Munro at the Rabbitohs. Was pretty good for the Indigenous All-Stars. Actually took a lot of runs out of his own end, which is and he looks like he's bulked up a bit, which looks good for his prospects for Supercoach wise. And He's 397k, so it looks like if he's taking like close to 20 runs a game like he did in the All Stars game, then he looks like he'd be probably a pretty good pick. And Jack Bird being dual to a ref centre wing. A lot of the mail over the pre-season's been that he'll be playing lock. But yeah, for the trial coming up this week, he's been named on the bench. So don't know whether we don't know whether or not that's a sign of what his position's going to be or not. But that's just a matter of wait and see, I suppose. So that's that pretty much done and dusted centre wings. So thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.